channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm talking about another stock that actually fell 22% from pre-market yesterday. And we're going to find out what's going on with the stock and what is the market cap for the stock, what is the EPS for it, what is the PE ratio for the stock, and what is the institutional banks are holding for the stock, and whether this is the opportunity for any individual, a retail investor like you and I, can make that money. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to this channel. I release video every day. I cover different stocks, and the objective here is to find good stocks that we can invest in and build our wealth and be able to, have some passive income. All right, so let's talk about the company market cap. It's a $14.49 billion company, which is, again, not a small company by all means. The stock started trading for this company around, I think it was 2018 or so, and the volume they trade on an average is about 4 million. Today they're doing about 36, because the reason you see a significant amount today is because everybody is selling out the stock, and we're going to find out why is everybody selling out the stock. So what happened is every company, every quarter, they have an expected earnings per share, and for this company, they actually their earnings were not as what they were anticipating. All right, so their earning is below expectation from last 2 quarters, and this sort of creates an uncertainty about the company. And a lot of investors will take the opportunity and take their profit if they bought it low, and they will, let's see what's going to happen with the company. Right. So there was an interview that was done with Yahoo Finance. The CEO of the company, he had an interview with them, and he explained to them that, because of the COVID situation, I think they weren't able to capture the funds that the government was passing on for the unemployment, et cetera, et cetera. So they were saying there were some technicalities in the pay stubs and all that stuff, which caused that issue, and people were not in the office, which also was affecting, because, of course, when people are in the office, the investment banks are in the office, they use more signatures, et cetera, for the faxes and all that stuff, for the stocks. If you're in a broker, they do a lot of digital signatures, So that also was impacting their business as well, and they anticipate this to grow, because everybody's going to start going to the office now, and they anticipating the company will grow after this point. So let's find out what's the institutional banks are holding for the stock. Institutional banks are holding 76%. They have about 76% of the ownership in this company. With a lot of major selling had happened, you have a lot of institutional banks sold out about 10 million share, and then 189 picked up the 9 million. So it's not it's not like, investors are just selling it out. There are other investors that are picking up the opportunity because they might have missed the boat when they were initially down there, and now they're seeing the opportunity and they're picking it up. And this is what we're trying to do as well, figuring out if this is the opportunity for us to get in, right? What analysts are thinking about the stock is they think the stock low is going to be 75 and the highest is going to go to 180 in next 2-3 months time frame, and they think the average price should be around $103. All right, so I did my own analysis and see where we are right now. What are the fundamentals here? So I did draw a support and resistance for this. Now, the support I have right now, the stock is at $73 or so, right? There is a support of $71, right? And support is basically, there's a lot of limit orders that kicks in, and what happens is when the stock falls down, there's a lot of limit orders that kicks in. A lot of people want to buy in at that position. Let's say they have a limit order saying that, okay, when it hits that certain percentage from the value it was yesterday, just, kick off a limit order, right? So a lot of time these support are there, and the stock gets there, and a lot of limit order kicks in, and the stock bounces back up, right? It hit that $71 mark today, and it started bouncing back to $73 now, right? There's a resistance here. Now, resistance is, again, same concept. It's a resistance like a ceiling, and you have a lot of limit orders over there as well, right? And when the price hits that ceiling, a lot of limit orders. If you ever use any broker app, right, like Robinhood, Webull, and all that other broker apps you use, they have a limit order, right? So a lot of time, what happens is when a stock gets to the resistance, a lot of limit order kicks in, people take their profit, and the stock started falling down again. Now, let's say it falls again and it goes to $71 and it falls further to $71. What's going to happen is the next support, the next limit order are going to kick in is around $36, so which is a significant drop. If this thing drops from $71, which I'm not sure whether this will happen, because as you notice, we'll see. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself, right? So let's see what happens. Let's look at the other indicators and we'll determine whether this will happen or not. So If it goes down, it's going to go to $36. If it started going up, if it crosses $132 mark, let's say if it goes to $134, the next phase will be $178. All right, so let's look at the other indicators. Right now, let's see. So we also look at the RSI, which is the market pressure, right? The market pressure RSI is the relative strength index. Whether is it going up or going down, anything below 30 shows that the stock has a massive, it was overly sold at, like it were overly sold. Okay, so this is what happened pre-market. As you see, it went all the way down. It never go to zero. Okay, zero would be like the company's going bankrupt, right? So now it went to 21, 22 area, and you see there's a massive drop. You see a big red here. It was at $95 and now it's 73. Now it's sort of started picking back up. However, you also need to look at the moving average conversion diversion, which is your MACD. Now, MACD and RSI would go in hand to hand, right? Like, for example, if this is going down, MACD's also started going down, and you will see a price drop. Right now, RSI seems to be sort of wanted to travel up, but MACD is still down here. So there's a possibility that green might turn red in a few hours. I will have to see. All right. In order for you to find an entry point, for example, let's say you decided you want to get into the stock, right? You would see, okay, stock hits that $70, $70 support. You got to see where the RSI is. If the RSI started going up at that point and MACD's also started going up, you already know the stock is going to rise from there. If it's there and you already see, like, you don't see this going up and you still see this going down and you see MACD's going down, rest assured the stock will fall further. Okay, so if it falls further than $70, then you already know it's going to go to $38. All right, so just note that. Watch this video if you need to for the if you're looking at the stock to get in. As long as the moving averages are concerned, stock is downward trends right now, because if you see the 20 period stock, it's sort of this moving average is also your support. So if it's at if it's hitting the moving averages and is sliding down again, this means the stock is falling. However, the 200 mark period, it is still at $171, which means that people that have bought, let's say 200 days ago, at the price they bought it in, they're down about, their stock worth about $171 right now. So it's still not terribly down in respect to, if they would have bought it at, let's say, 250 or 275 or so. But anyway, coming back to the point now, again, the point here is that right now the stock is sort of in a phase where I would watch this RSI and MACD and see what would happen with the market pressure. If there's a lot of pressure to still sell the stock is going to fall further. If you see the RSI started going up and MACD started going up, then you could determine that, the stock is going to go to 132. If you're a swing trader, like, you want to hold it for a couple of days and get rid of the stock and make a couple of bucks there, you can. But again, this is not a financial advice. I will see where the stock is. I will probably do whatever, strategy I have. I'm probably going to do a swing trade on it. I'm not going to hold it for long, depending on how I want to play this. But again, right now, as of now, the stock, it's sort of trending down at this point. I would watch and see what happens to the market at the end of the day, and then Monday should be a good day to figure out what's going to happen. Where the stock closes today, then we're going to see what happens to the stock on Monday. All right, that was my video for today. If you did like the video, if you find anything informative, please do subscribe to the channel. It keeps me motivated, brings you all these videos, and I'll be making videos on different stocks that I find they are attractive and making some money. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video.